Things are as they are.
My computer on the screen.
We are back, and again, for once, for a while, in a full group. So,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and jump right into it. Why don't you guys start doing the recap?
Okay, Philip, go ahead.
Yep. Astron, you tell it best.
Okay, cliff notes. Akiyama went out with Arceus to do some marketing stuff. Market store shopping. That's what he did. Akiyama got some staffs. Learned that from the shop owner that he that a lot of people that were in the town are heading back over to Cedarwood, probably due to us fixing up the lake.
Yes.
As a thing. Arceus was keeping herself composed for the most part throughout the entire thing, and after that they finally started heading back.
No, we went clothes shopping.
Yes, he did. In the meantime, Ro, Astron, Rykor, and Mel, and Fiona were by the lake. Mel was dealing with everything that we've been telling her by just dipping her head in the water and not coming up for a significant amount of time. But every single time she did, just nakedness.
Black it out. Black it out.
Fiona then started to get sick. Started puking up black mucus. She was like, "Do you want to like walk it off?" She was like, "Yeah, sure." So she goes over to the edge of the woods, but then she's a family of birds fly by, and she says, "Huh, I really want to kill that family of birds." Oh my! So she goes back saying, "I murder lust," and we're all like, and. But then she's like, no, this is like a significant problem. Like, I want to kill something. It's like, okay, we'll just take you out into the woods. You'll just go hunt something. It's fine. So Ro and I, first Astron and her just go walking off, and Ro and Rykor look at each other like, we should, yeah. So Ro decides to head off with them. Fiona finds a very good-looking rabbit, like a nice, pristine, white, healthy girth rabbit. So we're like, oh, that's cute. Maybe we shouldn't. As she pounces on it, grabs it by her hands, and then her jaw unhinges, opening up, and bites off its head. And Ro and Val at the time, but Astron, I'll just call him Astron. Fuck it. So Ro and Astron just looking at him like, oh my, that's a problem. Astron's more cool with it than Ro. Ro's really like, yeah. So we just head back, start cooking the rabbit. Then Mr. Akiyama and Miss Arceus finally get back. Relay to everyone the information that they have received. Astron took the fall for the rabbit's head being bitten off. We fill them in on stuff that we've done. Turns out Astron has a bunch of coins in his bag that, if given to the right people, might cost 1,000 gold a pop. Mm-hmm. So, I forgot to mention that. The coins that he got from the Cathan character, each one might cost 1,000 gold if he gives it to like the right people. So he's got 13 of those. And then after that, we got a call from Mr. Luxon telling Astron, "Hey, give me the ring you threw in the woods." But I don't believe you that you threw in the woods, because why would I believe that? Huh? Or I'll kill the little girl that you kind of semi-adopted back in Cedarwood, and like crap. And so we're gonna go head to a cathedral that's 20 hours away. That's 20 hours away, and he gave us 24 hours to get there. Yeah. So Akiyama and Astron are heading back to town to send out a message back to Cedarwood for Rose, if he's still there, to leave, and because Varel's in danger. And that was it, as everyone else was gonna just rest as much as they could, considering for the 20-hour journey on foot.
Does anybody else want to add anything else into this?
We did
no.
talk about the nuclear fallout option of
Oh,
dealing
yeah.
with this
Alright.
Lux
Yeah.
character.
Arceus
Yeah.
is able to use an incredibly powerful magical miracle. However, while using it would almost guarantee removing the problem, it would make her go into a coma from anywhere between like a few days to a few months.
He did say it might.
It might, yes. And
Like, what's the
also,
percentage chance on that?
we don't know. We're not
We
given
don't know, it's
percentage
Okay,
chance.
cool.
It's role playing.
Yeah.
Rolling. And also, it's also just worth noting Akiyama and Arceus have not been informed about any of the particular goings on about why you had that money and why and what exactly Phaon has been up to.
Yeah, Astrod has informed them that he helped a Cathan find a barber, so he paid him.
Yes.
That's all they know. So to Akiyama, he's saying like, "Oh, so he just wanted to get a haircut."
I was a bit more skeptical than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And if nobody wants to add anything further, we find ourselves back into our game. Currently, a few hours after where we last left, shifts moved to other shifts, and a little bit before the morning, but enough to be comfortable where all of you are rested, seems to come with the last person up on their shift currently going around waking everyone else up, as not even the morning birds are out and about, while darkness still covers the sky, but the sun approaching to morning is about a couple of hours before then.
During the night, Ro would have prayed to Crow and just like informed of everything that was going on. Like there's a ring involving the Demon Lord, and like he's going to a fight that he might not come back from, and he's asking for backup and any assistance she can offer. Yeah.
You can still feel, in a sense, a connection between you and your mother, but it's not one that is of encouragement. It's one of waiting to see if your worth has been proven.
Yeah. Cool. Just like it, I felt like the prayer was acknowledged, though, at least, right?
Say again?
I feel that at least like the prayer, the message was at least like acknowledged.
You feel like it was heard. It's up to how you determine your own theology about this. So, it's up to your interpretation.
Yeah, that's good enough. Alright.
Anyone else want to do anything for their mornings?
Has Akiyama?
would have made a similar prayer, but of course the Swan not really asking for help in terms of backup, just, you know, praying, asking that everyone would get out of it okay, alive and safe.
A similar feeling of understanding that you have a connection with your deity, but at the same time, there's always a separation between the mortals and the divine.
Yeah.
Though you do feel comfort in the idea that, at least here, you feel like she is around.
Yeah, it's not like what it was in the dark.
Right.
Yeah.
Who else?
Finally would have found time to slip into the new dress that Arceus had gotten her. But she's wearing that now.
So before morning, or before, since I believe yours was the last shift, You move off and just go next to the water while no one else is awake and quickly slip into that. As you do a couple of sachets and the sage green cloak-like dress, putting the hood up and ultimately just feeling, for the first time in a while, pretty. Though it still feels kind of lackluster as you're looking into your reflection, as you see the streaks of different colors that's through your fur currently, and really just looking into a person that has grown foreign to what you've come to know of yourself, which reflects a lot about the many years that you spent away from this plane. Who else?
So, Akiyama and I'm just calling him Asteron because it's his loyalty mission. Asteron, they both went to relay that message, right? A messenger has been sent.
If you guys decide to do that, you could have paid someone to do it. I
Right,
believe
how
I gave
much?
you the gold cost last game.
Did you? I don't remember.
He
Looking
did.
back,
It's
Oh,
like
how
1,000 gold for a foot messenger, like 300 for a horse.
It was not
Oh.
1,000 gold.
it was like 100. I forget.
It was
I
like
thought-
100 gold.
Yeah, it was like it was like 100 gold for like an on-foot messenger, and then a little. Was it like less for like a messenger on
It
horse?
was
or
less
something
for
like
a
that?
horse.
Yeah. So yeah, we try to find a messenger with a horse and try and relay the message saying, addressed to Rhodes of Cedarwood. Man works at the orphanage. Tell him. He looked at Akiyama. How exactly should we word this?
It's a letter. You write a letter.
I mean, yeah, but okay. So he's
Write a
goes
letter.
over. All right, fine. Write a letter. Gosh. God. Do you have a piece of pen, paper,
A what?
a quill, and a piece of paper I could use?
Have a pencil.
Okay, pencil, paper. Can I take it out of your journal?
Yes. I will give you a scroll and a pencil.
All right. All right. So just to. I won't like sign out who it's from, but I'll just say Rhodes. Girl is in danger. Get out of Cedarwood. I look over to Akiyama. Anything else I should say in this? Should I give them exact information or?
Just shrug.
Alright. Yeah, so Rhodes, girl's in danger. Get out of Cedarwood. They know about her. And then close it. Hold it. Take it to the messenger. Do I need to put this in an envelope? I look over to Akiyama. Do you have like envelopes and like a wax and like some insignia that you put on this, or?
I don't carry envelopes.
Okay, just look to the messenger. Can you just take this? Just roll up a scroll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Alright.
How much?
For on horse, that'd be 150 if it's only
Alright.
going to Cedarwood.
Yeah, that's the only place I know to send this, so I hand him over 150 gold.
Alright, so 150 gold, heading to the orphanage in Cedarwood. I know the place, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Huh, you know the place?
Yeah, I live here in the area, so.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, the orphanage, yeah, it's like a... It used to be like a rundown inn, so in case someone might seem a little...
He just said he knows where it is.
Okay, just making sure, you know, just... little, just concerned, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. But I can get it there. Yeah, that's all we need then. Thank you for your service.
Pencil back now, please.
Thank you. Sorry?
Can I have my pencil back now, please?
Yeah, sure. Hands it over.
and put it back away of his writing and drawing equipment.
So I guess we can head back now.
I suppose he'll probably be traveling by the time we get back.
Probably. So Akiyama.
Before you do any of that other RPing.
Uh-huh.
Anybody else want to do anything with their mornings?
Not really anything out of the ordinary. I'm just going through my regular regiments of cleaning my stuff up and getting ready for packing, sharpening my equipment, stuff like that.
Nothing for me.
But if this plan is still going forward, maybe I can try something else that could be of some aid.
What do you have in mind?
I can pray over all of you and give you a small blessing. No, it won't last long. And once the magics of the blessings it's used up, then it's gone from that point on, but it's still something.
That could certainly work. How long would the blessing last?
It would last 10 minutes.
Okay, well, how long does it take you to pray over us?
It would just take me a small amount of time on each of you.
Alright, I guess before we enter into the cathedral, you can give that to us. Hopefully, it'll all be done in 10 minutes. So we're gonna do this. Akiyama, are you coming in with us, or are you staying out there with Arsis?
We'll rather not come in unless it's necessary.
Right.
If someone starts to get hurt, then I'll come in, but I don't think it's good for any one person to be outside on their own. It's entirely possible that they would have people around the perimeter of the place.
Fiona,
Yeah?
if you could just, watch the perimeter and keep an eye out on us as we enter in and anything that might be happening.
That's a bit of a waste of Fiona, isn't it? She's quite a good fighter when you want her in there with you.
If all goes wrong and Arsus uses the ability you're speaking of, Fiona will be destroyed. We suspect. Keeping her at a distance means she has a chance of being able to run away from it before that happens.
We won't need to use that one.
Remind me what sort of a distance we're talking about here.
400 feet.
Okay.
She can cast from a mile away, but the radius of the blast will be 400 feet. Fiona, it's up to you. If you want to be in there with us, or if you want to stay outside, keep your distance.
We'll need someone to signal if that's something that needs to be done, when it makes sense to have Fiona be the one that goes in with you, and is the one that would leave to go signal that needs to be done, if it needs to be done.
Okay, she can stay by the door then.
Yeah, I'll. That's fine.
What sort of fighter is this Lux character?
I haven't exactly seen him fight. He's been mainly hides behind minions for that, so likely we're not going to be fighting him alone. It's gonna be other people there. perhaps other demons or other people under his employ.
Do you know of any other acquaintances? People we should be aware of?
Can I roll a knowledge demon or knowledge history?
You wouldn't be rolling a knowledge for that. You would just have knowledge of what you know of him.
Alright. And as far as I know, like, Narc was the only real contact he had out here.
Correct.
The only one I know that he talked to outside of the infernal plane was Narc, and we know where he is.
Then perhaps he'll be the only demon there, and he's just hired intermediaries, paid with gold.
Probably.
I mean, they can be spared, if needed. A man can be terrified and flee for his life. A demon, you burn at a stake, but...
Well, fire isn't like the best option. Probably want to do like holy light or something, but whatever.
Decapitate, you know.
What's the idea here? Us three go in, we say, we don't have the ring, and he says, I'm gonna kill your friend.
I look to Melindis. What are you planning on doing?
I don't really know. I've never been in a situation quite like this. Normally I'm trying to get out of them, not trying to get into them.
Right.
We're marching into a fight that we're not expecting. Well, we're expecting a real fight. If you want to keep your distance and make sure we're not flanked...
We already have a lot of people keeping a distance. I don't think it'd be very good if we split ourselves up this much.
Well, I find myself asking again then. Melindis, are you a fighter?
Yes.
You're fine with being in the thick of it? Covered in your own, your friends, and someone else's blood at the same time?
Considering I can get out again fairly easily. Comfortable enough.
Okay.
I guess you're with us.
Alright, seems like that's everyone. Ro, I look to you. So you're sure about that dark energy magic that if I were to hit you with it, you would heal?
Or he stands up, pulls out a hatchet from his belt, cuts his arm, holds out his arms. Try it.
I focus Hutad's glare on his arm.
God.
You kill him, he dies.
Maybe.
Alright.
It's good to get this out and over with now when the healer's right there instead of in the thick of battle.
As you target Ro with Hutad's glare, you watch as all three beams nail Ro directly into the chest. Ro, you hunch over out of breath from just the sheer impact of how powerful the magics were. Then you breathe in deeply, and looking up at him, a little bit bloodshot in your eyes. It hurt, but looking back at the wound, it seems to have closed up.
Well, it's not as enjoyable as Akiyama's healing, but it'll suffice.
Okay.
Been a while since that's actually worked. He shakes off his arm.
That's a little disturbing.
He sort of gestures at himself. Hello, I'm a devil.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Alright. Well, guess that's that then. I guess I'll make sure to keep you up, Ro, if anything were to happen. In case he has a clear escape plan, maybe using a magic item like that witch used in the woods to get away from us from in the huts. Maybe if I can get him to come near me, I can try negating some of that as I hold out the Void Stone.
Well, if all goes well, I should be able to get a hold of him and drag him to you.
Well, wouldn't want you to be right there with him, because it doesn't... It'll target all magic items, and in case you have any on you, I wouldn't want you to lose any boons you have.
Well, I've got my weapons, but taps the bronze hatchet on his hip. I got mundane ones as well for such an event.
We'll see. Okay, so is that everything? Is that everything sorted?
We've got a long way to go. Let's get moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just puts the pack on his shoulder.
I suppose we'd start to head off, unless anyone wants to do anything else.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go.
So we know we're going to a chapel. Do we know what the chapel was originally a church of, or is?
No one's done any information seeking.
Well, as we're walking, Akami, you're from roughly the area, aren't you? Spent a lot of time in the Empire.
This is the wrong part of the... What's the main continent called? Like the one that Flame keeps everything on now?
I'll get to you for that.
Okay. It's the main
Australia.
part of not Australia.
Yep.
I live on the other side. Oh, more the centre near Flamekeep.
So you don't know who this chapel belongs to.
I mean, I've
I
been
could-
here once or twice before. Give me a moment.
I could try a history check because
Yeah, like what would you
over
want? A
400
history
years
check?
of traveling everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
History
and knowledge
check
local.
would be the either or. History or knowledge local. But
Would I be able to argue a knowledge local though? That's the thing.
roll a d10, high yes, low no.
Okay. So I'll do a history.
Okay.
I ain't never been here.
But Melindis, you could technically do a knowledge local.
Yeah, she did.
So, history, you know that there was a lot of churches among the Empire because of how open King Duncan was about religion, wanting everyone to feel wholesome and know that their religion was their choice to make. So, the possibility of this church being here and ruined within the short period of time means that it's probably been there before Duncan's time. Because you don't have church ruins in, 10 years. It won't be ruins. It'd just be a broken down building, but the way it was described was ruins. Melindis, what you know is that this was a church of one of the drowned gods. One of the gods that was abandoned for religion. And people normally leave these churches to fester and rot because the odd connotations that these old deities used to bring, because they had heavy thoughts dealing with sacrificing and really occult methods.
I will relay all of that in as much detail as possible to the group.
Interesting.
Shit, I was hoping for a Talon.
Well, I was hoping it wasn't going to be Dove, otherwise that would definitely be bad for me.
Well, if he can be there, then you can be there.
Well, again, there's no guarantee he's going to be there.
If it was a Dove Church, it's either been renovated into something else or it's been completely torn apart. It wouldn't be ruins, it would be gone.
Okay, well, that's a relief. I guess the drown god thing shouldn't be a problem. I mean, unless Luxon suddenly found faith and now his drowned god's at his back. I doubt it.
Good to know.
Alright.
though.
Good to know. Alrighty, well, I guess that's it. Let's go.
So as you all begin to start your trek, leaving North Crystal Lake, heading further to the like parallel direction, heading east to the location that you're meant to go to. Keep in mind, he expected you guys to be there within 2 days, but he didn't expect you to be there starting, as far as you can understand, at North Crystal Lake. He expected you still to be in Cedarwood. Cedarwood was not 2 days from North Crystal Lake. Cedarwood was 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
So we might not be able to make it there in 1 day, is what you're saying. Or
What I'm saying is, if you guys ever thought of this realistically, there would have been no way for you to make it there in 1 day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I figured that.
Still book it as far as we can.
Yeah. Get there early, we can make a trap, who knows?
Like,
So-
if he was planning on ambushing us in the road, then that's just what happens.
Yeah.
You guys start your travel. Traveling through the forest to this abandoned ruin of a church is something that is a little bit off the road, so you have to go through basically information of your guys' more nature enthusiastic people to lead you. So I need whoever
Yay.
wants to lead the group.
I will do it good, I swear.
What do you need to roll for that?
Nature.
Nature?
Survival?
It would be a knowledge. Well, remember, it's 2 rolls. The first roll is geography, and then it's a survival.
I can't do a geography, I can do a survival.
I can't do a geography, but I can do a survival.
What's that, Mel? You muted.
Nothing important, just talking to myself.
I was hoping you had geography.
Right. So,
I mean, I would.
there's a
probably,
survival roll.
I could probably I mean, I have 0 ranks in geography, but I have a high ass skill.
Yeah, it's also a skill, so I don't have anything in that.
Plus, I have that boon right now. That helps me a tad more. So, should I just go ahead and try it?
Go ahead and try it.
All right.
Be the best, yeah.
Go.
Damn it.
Of course. Had to fucking say
Can
it.
I give it a fuck it try with a high skill as well?
I'll allow only one other person to attempt the geography.
Does anyone actually have ranks in geography before we try this?
Yeah.
Nope.
Did I, for some reason, put ranks in geography? Let's find out.
Swear to
Rykor?
God.
No. Okay.
Amazing.
Yep. Go ahead, Mel.
This is gonna be
Rykor, do you have
fine.
it?
No, I don't have ranks in geography.
Nope.
That's
That's
why-
No, I
us.
did worse.
That's one.
We're fucked.
So a 5 and a 1.
Both natural ones.
We're gonna
You
get
guys have immediately conflicting directions, but adamant in the idea that you think you know where each one is more correct in going.
He said it was south of here, didn't he? Figured we just keep walking along this
My
path.
knowledge local wouldn't help at all, would it?
Say again.
My knowledge local wouldn't help at all, would it? Of just like
No.
the general direction of where it is?
No, the local helps you understand what it is, not where.
Well, he said it was south of here, so just keep heading south. As long as we're heading south, it should be a good indication.
Where's south?
Can I do a knowledge survival for that?
No.
A survival? Really? For
That's
finding out where-
geography.
Ash,
Really?
are we in the Are we in the woods, Ash?
You are in the woods.
Can I roll
Do
a
the
knowledge
trees
nature?
have mold on them?
Yes.
There you go.
Can I roll a knowledge nature?
Because Ellis knows
Yes,
this,
you can.
so Ro knows this.
Alright. So what is this a knowledge nature to
Oh.
know that's a thing?
It is a thing.
So the mold grows on the northern side of trees. Because
I
that's where
could
it's
have a
sheltered
look.
from the sun.
And would you like me to roll a search? Because it
Yes,
is
you can.
physically looking.
You now have a heading. Assumed a heading,
Yeah.
at least.
somewhere in that direction.
Okay, there we go. See? Good job, team.
I can keep us going that way in a relatively safe manner, but I can't give you specific directions.
Right.
It's good enough. We'll find the road
I
eventually.
have never felt more confident.
Mm-hmm. So, let's just talk about possibilities here. Because I think we all realize that with the amount of time that he gave us, if he thought that we were still in Cedarwood, we wouldn't be able to make it in the time that he gave us.
Yeah.
So, do you think that he was planning on ambushing us on the road going to there?
I think he's just trying to make us waste time. Maybe what he wanted to do was to get us to leave Cedarwood thinking... Wait a second. If he thinks we're in Cedarwood, how does he
Then-
claim to have
That's right.
Varel?
Perhaps he was hoping we'd all rush back to Cedarwood to try and make sure she's still there rather than just send the messenger.
But he thinks we're in Cedarwood.
I don't
Does he
think
think-
he ever claimed to have Daryl. He just threatened her.
Yeah, he just threatened her.
Well,
But then why would we leave if we could keep an eye on her if we were right there? It doesn't make sense.
no.
Either he knows much less than he's trying to make us think he does. Maybe he's just incompetent.
Never underestimate your enemy. Assume he's smarter than you, and you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Or maybe
But-
there's something else to it.
Astrid, do you believe he's the one trying to scry on? Well, trying to look at us with your magic bottle thing?
Would I know that he would have any ability like that? Or has practiced anything like that?
He doesn't seem to be magic, he just seemed to be very clever.
He just seemed smart, not magical. I doubt that it was him who was doing it. Maybe he had someone else look into it. I'm sure he has some people under his employ that are magically inclined.
Isn't he working against the Demon Lord?
Yes.
Couldn't you just set them against each other and...
Though perhaps...
Well, that's what I was trying to do when I called Mr. Takaseth, but he didn't want to answer me, so...
I've been thinking about this. Perhaps the shift has changed. Maybe in return for his own continued existence, he's struck a deal with the Demon Lord that he'll return the ring.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And if that's the case, then we may be well and truly fucked. Because I don't think we can fight against that kind of resource.
Maybe
However-
if we successfully show that we really... I'll be honest, do any of us actually care about that ring at all anymore?
I mean, it's a cool ring. I would actually mind having it myself, but
Well, the
Oh,
ring was
hold on.
always...
being
Go on.
watched through it.
The ring was always in Jiro's possession before I took it, so I know that giving it back to him wouldn't exactly be the worst thing, because it's not like he was making any moves to head onto this plane. In the meantime, they all seem relatively content with the powers that they have in the infernal plane. Giving Lux the ring would be a problem.
Just makes him a target for the Demon Lord.
Well, depending on what exactly type of deal he struck.
That's the thing, that the ring's not actually... In the current religious political climate, the ring's not that powerful. It protected you from the effect of Dove's magic, right?
Well, effect of Dove, anything that would specifically destroy or hurt me as a demon would be rendered null.
I mean, I can only really think about the priests of Dove that can do that now.
Well, you
And-
can apparently do something like that, can't you?
No, I pray to a god and try and intercept your soul before you get back to hell. Yeah. But yeah, if, as everyone keeps on saying, Dove is dead, that ring's sort of lost half of its value.
Probably not to zero.
Probably not. I
There's a
mean,
lot more ways
and
than
it's-
just miracles
let's get
of
recycled.
Dove to hurt demons.
And that too. It was quite useful when I had it.
So, considering we don't know his plan full out, what is our escape plan if this all goes horribly south?
we kill as many of them as possible, then Arsis blows the place up with holy magic.
It doesn't exactly get us out.
Well, it depends how quickly she blows the place up.
And again, there may not be just demons there.
That's why. Yeah.
So really the holy magic thing may not even really do much.
Wouldn't the holy magic hurt you and Ro?
Oh, most definitely.
It's really not a good plan, if any plan, to use it. I don't think we should.
I don't think we should use it either, but it is a last-ditch effort.
If you really think about it, nothing about this is a good plan.
No, we're on the back foot entirely.
Yeah. But hey,
Maybe we should have done a little more research before leaving about this place. Or maybe somebody may have known more about demon activity in the area.
Well, he didn't exactly give us a lot of time.
No.
How is supposed to ask
I
questions
don't think
like
the
that
time
about-
was ever a factor.
You know, if we were never going to get there, why did we even start?
I don't know.
Was he expecting
How
us to
is-
run us ragged?
I
Probably.
would have expected
that's what
that.
I would do in such
Yeah.
a situation. I mean, I've done that while hunting demons in the past. Sure.
Astron, do you not know anything about him? More that we can use?
he's clever. He tricked me into thinking that he wouldn't just abandon me before he went through the infernal plane into this one. He's known to lie a lot.
that all? Is there anything in particular?
Is there anything else in particular?
Go ahead and roll a history.
History. Okay, not knowledge demon.
No. This is you trying to just remember things about him.
23.
So, one thing else you know about him that was overly apparent, or at least for what he wanted you to believe is apparent, is that he was very cowardly. If he knew that he couldn't win something, he would stage things up into his favor, and not be the one that directly influenced the things that were winning, but always making sure that he had a hand in rubbing it into the face of those that lost because of it.
He was
so he was
also
very vain.
He's also a bit of a coward too, a little vain, and that's, well, he liked to. He didn't really like being in the thick of things. He liked to stage things to work in his favor, and then make sure the other people knew that he did so. So him running us ragged would definitely be
Would we
a
not
possibility.
be able to somehow stage it to make it seem like we've got a lot more power behind us than we do? If we make it seem too dangerous for him, he might just back off.
Well, I don't think we want him to back off. We want this to end.
Thinking.
Thought we were just trying to make sure the girl was alright.
And the best way to make sure the girl's alright is to kill all the demons that know of her existence.
Yeah,
Which-
if we can tie up
one
this
down.
loose end, then we're better for it.
Is that really the only thing we can do?
Bar taking the girl with us. Which I think we've all agreed wasn't actually a good idea.
Asron would look very somber at that. Well, if you just plan to rag us ragged, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to at least rest.
So,
between now and when we get there, since we know that we wouldn't have been able to get there anyway.
Should we even go?
I believe yes. If we go, and even if he's not there, we decimate his forces there, or even turn them to our will.
Unless
Then-
the whole thing was a lie.
That's
there's-
also
No
We're-
one even there.
that's a big option.
I doubt that. Because I doubt that he would
Although, I
really want us
suppose
to.
the severity outweighs the risk, so it probably would be best.
Astro, did he have you do most of the dirty work while you were with him?
Yes.
You did all the heavy lifting.
Well, not heavy lifting, but
Figured you did the wet work, let's say.
a lot
You
of it
did the
was a couple
murdering, the
others.
killing, the thieving,
Uh,
the fighting.
Would it be possible that he could get into contact with the Demon Lord?
Yeah, every demon could call the Demon Lord if they wanted to.
But no, would it be possible that they'd actually listen? Or at least listen enough to try to find where he was?
They can only hear so much. Like when you talk through that blood pool, it's like talking to some.
Not what I'm trying to say. Do they not like him enough that if they heard from him again, that they would probably try to find him and kill him? Is what I'm trying to say.
Do I remember exactly his relationship with all the demons in the infernal plane were? Like his reputation?
His reputation was bad enough that he would have been someone they would want dead. Or want tortured.
Well, if he ever went back to the
That's one of the
infernal
reasons why he worked with you, because you wanted a way out, and he wanted a way of escaping the people that wanted him basically in chains or dealt with.
plane.
You were his means to an end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they heard from him again, probably send a few things after him.
So it's exactly the same trap as last time. You show up with the ring, and then a bunch of people working for the Demon Lord show up, find you with the ring, you're at it again, they kill you, they kill us, they take the ring, and he disappears.
Or perhaps they've already caught him and he's just told them Astron's name. I am surprised he was able to find your name, though I suppose Narc heard it.
Probably.
I
But
think
then-
he's probably setting you up again.
Probably.
Probably for the same thing.
Almost
Probably.
definitely.
That's wrong with stopping his tracks thinking about this.
I mean, from what you told us, it sounds exactly like the thing he would do. He'd probably get some kind of pleasure from tricking you with the exact same trap again.
And as you say, if he is a coward, if they've found him and trapped him and threatened any sort of physical force against him, chances are he's ratted you out immediately.
What do you suppose we do then?
Well, in that situation, we have a chapel
Just
full
go
of demons.
to Gristle Shore.
No, we go to the chapel and kill the demons.
Why would we want to paint more of a target on ourselves?
That's
We
with the
really
Demon
have 3
That's
options
literally
that I
just
see.
walking into the trap.
Yes,
Then there's
but knowing it's a trap.
that doesn't help in any way.
Yes, it does. We can plan
We
around
already
it.
know it's a trap of some kind. There's no reason why it wouldn't be.
But they don't know our numbers. They don't know our capabilities. They don't know of ours. That's nice in the hole we've got.
I'd rather
How
know
do we
what
know
knows
that they
about
don't know?
us.
Right, that's a good point.
Well, we
Well,
don't
They knew
even.
where we were.
No, they don't. What they knew where? They knew
They
of.
knew where the ring was.
Yeah, they know of Ciderwood. But that's because before we murdered Narc, he was able to get the message out.
Why don't we just go back to Cedarwood?
Because if Varel isn't there, then we've come all this way to try and save a girl, and then turned around halfway. We sent a
At
message.
least
We've
one
got-
option.
we've
Well,
got-
I mean, so far as we know, right? Noct told Lux that we were in Cedarwood.
yes.
So he's